As the first light of dawn stretches across the African savanna, the world is painted in a palette of gold and rose. The vast plains, dotted with acacia trees and distant herds, awaken beneath a sky brushed with the gentle hues of sunrise. The air is crisp, carrying the earthy scent of dew-soaked grass and the subtle promise of another day's struggle. In the mist, the silhouettes of animals begin to emerge, each one a participant in the relentless drama that unfolds here every day. As sunlight spills across the plains, every blade of grass is transformed into a sparkling thread, each droplet of dew catching the light like a jewel. Insects stir to life, grasshoppers clinging to slender stalks, their bodies slowly warmed by the gentle touch of the sun. The land is alive with subtle movement, a symphony of life that plays out in the quiet hours before the heat of day. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, is attuned to the rhythms of this ancient landscape. Herds of wildebeest and antelope traverse the open plains, their movements synchronized and deliberate. Each step is measured, every muscle tensed, and every sense heightened to detect the faintest hint of danger. Impalas leap gracefully through the undergrowth, their ears flicking at the slightest rustle, while wildebeest calves nuzzle their mothers, seeking comfort and protection within the safety of the herd. The bond between mother and calf is vital, for in this world, vigilance is the difference between life and death. Life on the savanna is a constant struggle for survival, from the smallest beetle rolling its treasure across the dust, to the mighty elephant quenching its thirst at a shrinking waterhole. Each creature, no matter its size, must carve out a place in this fiercely competitive world. Dragonflies hover above shallow pools, their wings catching the light, while elephants raise their trunks, scenting the air for any sign of danger. The watering hole is a crossroads, a place where predator and prey alike must risk exposure for the promise of water. As the sun climbs higher, its relentless heat draws every drop of moisture from the land. The savanna transforms under the midday glare, shadows shrinking and the earth cracking beneath the weight of the dry season. Animals seek shelter beneath the sparse shade of acacia trees, while lizards bask on sun-baked rocks, their tongues flicking out to snatch passing insects. Every moment is a delicate balance between energy gained and water lost, and every decision can mean the difference between survival and exhaustion. The journey of the wildebeest is a relentless test of stamina and unity. Calves, only hours old, are urged to their feet by their mothers, their survival dependent on the ability to keep pace with the herd. Hooves kick up dust as the group moves in tight formation, a living shield against the ever-present threat of predators lurking in the tall grass. The migration is a perilous odyssey, driven by the search for fresh grazing and water, and shadowed by danger at every turn. Towering above the grass, the giraffe's height offers a unique vantage point. With eyes constantly scanning the horizon, it can spot distant threats long before they approach. Its long, prehensile tongue curls around thorny acacia leaves, delicately stripping them from branches that few others can reach, ensuring its survival in a landscape where competition for food is fierce. The giraffe's calm demeanour belies a constant state of alertness, a necessity in a world where danger can come from any direction. Zebras and gazelles rely on the confusion of stripes and the sharpness of their senses. When danger is near, a single alarm can send the entire herd into motion, stripes blending together in a dizzying display that confuses predators. Gazelles freeze mid-graze, nostrils flaring as they catch an unfamiliar scent, their eyes wide and alert, ready to flee at the first sign of threat. The herd's unity is its greatest defence, a living shield against the ever-present threat of predation. Mixed herds graze together, pooling their senses for greater protection. Birds like oxpeckers perch on the backs of grazing animals, picking off parasites and providing an early warning system with their sharp calls. This symbiotic relationship enhances the survival of both bird and beast, a testament to the interconnectedness of life on the savanna. Every species, no matter how different, is bound together by the shared struggle for survival. Predators move with calculated stealth, their bodies low and muscles coiled, every step measured to avoid detection. A cheetah crouches in the grass, eyes locked on a distant target, while a lion's paw presses silently into the earth, each movement a masterclass in patience and precision. The tension between predator and prey is palpable, a silent battle of wits played out in the shadows. Every hunt is a test of skill, timing, and nerve. As dusk settles, the savanna transforms once more. The haunting calls of lions echo across the plains, their roars a declaration of territory and power. Lionesses watch over playful cubs, their eyes glinting in the fading light, ever vigilant for threats. The night signals the start of the hunt as the balance between predator and prey shifts under the cover of darkness. In the cool of evening, the savanna's most formidable hunters come alive. The delicate equilibrium between hunter and hunted is maintained by constant adaptation. Predators and prey share the same space, each side evolving new strategies in an endless contest of survival. Hyenas skirt the edge of herds, their noses twitching as they scent the air, always searching for opportunity, always wary of the dangers that lurk in the darkness. The savanna is a place where only the most adaptable survive. Without the regulating force of predators, grazing animals would multiply unchecked, stripping the land of vegetation and threatening the delicate balance that sustains all life here. The evidence of heavy grazing is clear. Trampled grass, bare earth, and exposed soil crawling with insects. The health of the savanna depends on the constant interplay between predator and prey. Every species, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a role in maintaining this fragile ecosystem. Each pursuit is a high-stakes contest of speed, agility, and cunning. A lion explodes from cover, sending a herd scattering in a cloud of dust, hooves thundering across the plain. Gazelles leap with astonishing grace, their muscles straining in flight, every movement a desperate bid for survival. The outcome of these encounters shapes not only the fate of individuals, but the future of entire species. The chase is a spectacle of raw power and instinct, a reminder of the savanna's unforgiving nature. In this ancient arena, every encounter is a testament to the resilience and vulnerability of Africa's wild heart. As the sun sets, the silhouettes of animals are cast against the glowing sky, while vultures circle above, waiting for the outcome of the hunt. Here, life and death are forever entwined, and survival is earned with every breath, every heartbeat, and every fleeting moment on the savanna. The story of predator and prey is never-ending, a cycle as old as the land itself, written in the dust and shadows of Africa's wildest places. In the heart of Africa, where the endless savanna glows beneath a relentless sun and the air vibrates with the hum of insects, a silent and ancient drama plays out every single day. Here the land is both beautiful and brutal, a place where only the most skilled and adaptable survive. The predators that roam these plains are not just hunters. They are the result of millions of years of evolution, their bodies and instincts perfectly tuned to the rhythms of this wild world. Every twitch of muscle, every flicker of an ear is a calculated move in the ongoing struggle for existence. The lion, Africa's most iconic predator, is the undisputed master of teamwork and tactical hunting. Within the pride, a complex social structure governs every move. Lionesses, the primary hunters, communicate with subtle glances and body language, fanning out through the tall golden grass. Their approach is methodical. Some circle wide, cutting off escape routes, while others remain hidden, poised to ambush. The pride's tawny coats blend seamlessly with the sun-bleached landscape, making them nearly invisible until the very last moment. When the time is right, the coordinated attack is swift and explosive, a blur of power and precision. Lionesses move with silent determination, their senses razor-sharp, every step calculated. As they close in on their quarry, the cubs, future hunters, watch from a safe distance, their eyes wide with anticipation and awe. Each hunt is a lesson in patience, discipline, and the harsh realities of life on the savanna. Success means a fresh kill, and the pride gathers to feed, reinforcing the bonds that hold them together. The cubs learn by observing and by play, their instincts sharpened with every passing day, preparing them for the challenges that lie ahead. But even for these formidable hunters, the odds are rarely in their favour. Most hunts end in failure, the prey escaping by mere inches. Exhausted and hungry, the pride retreats to the shade, conserving every precious calorie. In this harsh environment, patience is as vital as strength, and the ability to endure long stretches without food is a testament to their resilience. In stark contrast to the lion's power and cooperation, the cheetah is the embodiment of speed and agility. Built for acceleration, the cheetah's slender frame, deep chest, and long, flexible spine allow it to reach breathtaking speeds up to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds. Its semi-retractable claws provide extra grip, while its long tail acts as a rudder, helping it make sharp turns as it chases down fleet-footed prey across the open plains. Every muscle, every tendon, is designed for one purpose: to outrun and outmaneuver. But this incredible burst of speed comes at a cost. After the chase, the cheetah is left vulnerable, its body overheated, its energy reserves depleted. It must eat quickly, always alert for the approach of larger predators like lions, hyenas, or even opportunistic vultures. The cheetah's survival depends not only on its speed, but on its vigilance and ability to avoid confrontation. Every meal is a race against time and the ever-present threat of theft. As the African sun climbs higher and the heat becomes oppressive, cheetahs adapt by shifting their hunts to the cooler hours of dawn and dusk, or even into the night. The darkness offers some protection from the harsh sun and from competitors, but it also brings new dangers. Nocturnal hunters, like lions and leopards, whose senses are finely tuned to the shadows. Every hunt is a gamble, every meal a risk, and the cheetah's existence is a delicate balance between opportunity and danger. The leopard, solitary and elusive, is the very definition of stealth and adaptability. Its rosette-patterned coat breaks up its outline, allowing it to vanish into the dappled shadows of the undergrowth. Unlike lions or cheetahs, the leopard hunts alone, relying on patience and precision. It stalks its prey with silent grace, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When it does, the attack is sudden and overwhelming. And the leopard's immense strength allows it to drag its kill high into the branches of a tree, safe from scavengers and rivals. From these lofty perches, leopards survey their domain, ever watchful for threats and opportunities. Their solitary existence demands constant vigilance and adaptability as they navigate a world filled with both danger and competition. Every day is a test of their cunning and resilience, and only the most resourceful survive. Hyenas, often misunderstood and dismissed as mere scavengers, are in fact among Africa's most effective and intelligent hunters. Operating in highly organized clans, they use teamwork and relentless stamina to pursue and wear down their prey. Their powerful jaws can crush bone, allowing them to consume every part of a carcass, leaving nothing to waste. The clan's social structure is complex, with a strict hierarchy and a rich vocabulary of calls and signals that allow them to coordinate their hunts and defend their kills from rivals. Cubs play near the den, learning the rules of the clan and the skills they'll need to survive in a world where only the strongest and smartest endure. The hyena's adaptability and intelligence have made it one of the savanna's most successful predators, capable of thriving in a wide range of environments and circumstances. In the rivers and wetlands, another ancient predator waits, the Nile crocodile. Nearly invisible beneath the surface, only its eyes and nostrils betray its presence. When herds come to drink or cross, the crocodile explodes from the water with terrifying speed, seizing its victim and dragging it into the depths. The infamous death roll follows, a powerful maneuver that drowns and disorients prey in seconds. Patient and powerful, the Nile crocodile has changed little in millions of years. Its ambush tactics and immense strength making it one of Africa's most successful and enduring predators. After a successful ambush, the crocodile drags its prey beneath the surface, feeding underwater or hauling the carcass to the riverbank to bask in the sun. Its patience and power have made it a fixture of Africa's waterways, a living relic of a prehistoric past. Each of these predators has carved out a unique niche in the ecosystem, their hunting strategies shaped by the challenges of the African landscape. Together, they maintain the delicate balance of life on the savanna, ensuring that no single species dominates and that the cycle of life continues unbroken. The interplay between predator and prey is a driving force, shaping the very fabric of this wild and untamed land. The presence of these hunters shapes the very behavior of the herds. Wildebeest, zebra and antelope move with constant vigilance, their senses attuned to the slightest hint of danger. A flicker of movement, a shift in the wind, and the entire herd erupts into motion, fleeing across the plains in a desperate bid for survival. Their migrations and daily routines are dictated by the ever-present threat of predation, a testament to the profound influence of Africa's top hunters. For the young, lion cubs practicing their stalking, cheetah cubs racing through the grass, leopard cubs learning to climb, every day is a lesson in survival. Instincts are honed through play and observation as the next generation prepares to take its place in the eternal struggle between predator and prey. The skills they develop now will determine their fate in the unforgiving world of the African wild. As the sun rises and sets over the vast African plains, the masters of the hunt continue their timeless pursuit. Feared and respected, they are the beating heart of the wild, a living testament to the power, beauty and complexity of nature's grand design. Their stories are written in the dust and grass, in the silent footfalls and thunderous chases, in the unending cycle of life and death that defines Africa's wild places. Each year, as the dry season tightens its grip on the African savanna, a breathtaking transformation unfolds. The land, parched and golden beneath the relentless sun, becomes the stage for one of the planet's most extraordinary spectacles, the Great Migration. From high above, the earth seems to ripple and pulse as over 1 million wildebeest, joined by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, surge forward in a living tide. Their movement is not random, but a purposeful, ancient journey, dictated by the rhythm of rain and the promise of green pastures. Driven by an unyielding instinct, these herds embark on a journey that will span more than 1,000 miles. They traverse endless plains, wind through open woodlands, and cross sun-baked riverbeds, all in pursuit of fresh grazing and life-sustaining water. The migration is a relentless test of stamina and willpower, a ceaseless procession that stretches from horizon to horizon, day after day, night after night. Yet every step forward is shadowed by danger. Predators, lions, cheetahs and hyenas trail the herds, their keen eyes searching for the vulnerable, the young, the old, the injured. For these carnivores, the migration is a moving banquet, a rare opportunity to feast in abundance. The tension between predator and prey is palpable, a daily struggle where only the most alert and agile survive. As the herds advance, their hooves churn the soil, breaking up the hardened crust and allowing new shoots to emerge. Their droppings fertilize the earth, infusing the savanna with nutrients and sparking a cycle of renewal. The migration is not merely a quest for survival, it is the engine that sustains the ecosystem, ensuring that the grasslands remain vibrant and productive for all who call them home. The most perilous chapter of this odyssey awaits at the Mara River. Here the herds face a gauntlet of swirling currents and lurking crocodiles. The riverbanks erupt in chaos as thousands of animals surge forward, driven by instinct and desperation. The water churns with panic and determination, each wildebeest fighting for a foothold, each leap a gamble between life and death. Many will not survive this crossing. Some are swept away by the relentless current, while others are seized by the powerful jaws of crocodiles lying in wait. The Mara River is a crucible, a place where only the strongest and luckiest emerge on the far shore. The losses are staggering, but this brutal selection ensures that only the fittest continue the journey. To counter the ever-present threat of predators, wildebeest have evolved a remarkable strategy: predator swamping. In a matter of weeks, nearly 500,000 calves are born, flooding the plains with new life. This overwhelming abundance confounds predators who cannot possibly catch them all, ensuring that the majority of calves survive their most vulnerable days. This synchronized birthing is a marvel of evolution, a testament to the power of collective survival. The plains are soon dotted with newborn calves, each one rising to its feet within minutes of birth, ready to join the relentless march. Their first steps are shaky, but instinct propels them forward, side by side with their mothers, into the heart of the migration. The journey is unforgiving. Exhaustion, hunger, and predators claim many lives along the way. Yet, those who endure emerge stronger, their survival a testament to resilience and adaptation. The migration is nature's way of ensuring that only the most robust individuals pass on their genes, shaping the future of the species. Stretching as far as the eye can see, the herds move in unison, a living river of life flowing across the African plains. The Great Migration is more than a spectacle. It is the heartbeat of the savanna, a cycle of life, death, and renewal that has shaped this land for millennia. Life on the move defines the savanna, where survival depends on the ability to adapt, endure, and keep moving forward. In this vast, untamed wilderness, the Great Migration stands as a powerful reminder of nature's resilience and the enduring spirit of Africa's wild. Beneath the thunderous stampede of hooves and the silent, calculated movements of Africa's apex predators, a quieter yet profoundly influential drama is unfolding. While our eyes are drawn to the spectacle of migration and the tension of the hunt, it is the relentless, unseen labour of the savanna's smallest inhabitants that truly sculpts this wild domain. Their story is one of patience, precision, and quiet power. Termites, tiny, tireless, and often invisible, are the master builders of the African plains. In colonies, numbering in the millions, they toil beneath the surface, transforming the very earth that supports the giants above. Their world is hidden, yet their influence is everywhere. With astonishing coordination, termites construct monumental mounds that rise like ancient fortresses from the grasslands, some towering over 10 feet high. Each mound is a marvel of natural engineering, built grain by grain, shaped by instinct, and perfected over countless generations. These structures are more than homes. They are living machines designed to endure the harshest elements. Deep within these towering citadels lies a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, each meticulously crafted to regulate temperature and humidity. The mound's architecture channels air through a network of vents, keeping the colony cool during the blistering day and warm through the chill of night. Here the Queen reigns at the heart of the colony, surrounded by workers and soldiers, all protected from the dangers that prowl outside. But the reach of the termites extends far beyond the walls of their mounds. Their presence transforms the landscape, creating islands of fertility in a sea of golden grass. Around each mound, the earth is richer, the vegetation more lush, a testament to the termites' role as ecosystem engineers. As they tunnel through the soil, termites aerate the earth, creating channels that allow precious rainwater to penetrate deep below the surface. This hidden irrigation system nourishes the roots of grasses and trees, supporting a web of life that depends on these unseen engineers. In the dry season, when water is scarce, these fertile patches become lifelines for the savanna's inhabitants. Termites are also nature's recyclers. Day and night they gather dead plant material, fallen leaves, dry grass, and wood, breaking it down and returning vital nutrients to the soil. Their relentless decomposition fuels the growth of new vegetation, ensuring that the cycle of life continues season after season. The result is a patchwork of green oases scattered across the savanna. Around each mound, grasses grow taller, trees spread wider, and flowers bloom more brightly. These fertile islands stand out against the parched landscape, drawing the attention of every creature in search of food and shelter. Grazers like antelope and zebra flock to these verdant patches, feasting on the abundant grasses and resting in the cool shade. Here life flourishes, herds gather, predators lurk nearby, and the drama of survival plays out against a backdrop shaped by the smallest of creatures. Even after a mound is abandoned, its legacy endures. The hardened clay becomes a fortress for meerkats, a refuge for snakes, and a nesting site for birds. Each species finds shelter in the remnants of termite industry, turning old mounds into new homes. Without termites, the savanna would be a barren, less vibrant place. Their unseen labour sustains the ecosystem, supporting everything from the tiniest insects to the largest mammals. The diversity and abundance of life here depend on the tireless work of these hidden architects. It is the smallest creatures, often hidden from view, that form the foundation of life in Africa's wild heart. Their contributions, though silent and invisible, are essential to the survival of the entire savanna. Every blade of grass, every grazing herd, every predator owes its existence in part to the work of termites. As the great herds migrate and predators pursue, the termites continue their ceaseless work below, underpinning the grand spectacles above with their quiet industry. Their world is hidden, but their impact is profound. In the intricate web of life, every strand is vital. The termites, the soil, the plants and the animals, all are connected, each playing a role in the survival of Africa's wild. And so the hidden architects continue their silent work, sustaining the savanna for generations to come. Unseen, but utterly indispensable. As the first rays of sunlight spill across the endless African savanna, the land stirs to life. Herds of antelope graze in the golden light, elephants lumber toward distant waterholes, and the calls of birds echo across the plains. This breathtaking scene is the result of millions of years of evolution. A delicate balance where every creature, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, plays a vital role in the continent's living tapestry. Yet beneath this beauty, Africa's wild heart faces unprecedented threats, challenges that reach far beyond the ancient rivalry of lion and prey. Across these plains, the relentless advance of agriculture and the spread of settlements are transforming the landscape. Fences and roads now crisscross the wilderness, carving up ancient migration routes that once stretched unbroken for hundreds of miles. Where wildebeest and zebra once moved freely in search of water and fresh grazing, their journeys are now blocked by fields and barriers, fragmenting the land and isolating wildlife populations. These isolated groups face mounting dangers. Cut off from the genetic diversity that once flowed across the continent, they become more vulnerable to disease and environmental change. A single outbreak can sweep through a herd unchecked, while the lack of new bloodlines threatens the long-term survival of entire species. The once vast wilderness is shrinking, and with it the resilience of Africa's wildlife. Meanwhile, climate change brings new and unpredictable hardships. Droughts parch the land, turning rivers into ribbons of dust and forcing predators like cheetahs to hunt in ever more exposed and dangerous terrain. Waterholes shrink and stagnate, concentrating pollutants that accumulate in the bodies of crocodiles and other aquatic hunters. The rhythm of the seasons grows erratic, and the struggle for survival intensifies. Even the vultures, nature's indispensable clean-up crew, are in crisis. Poisoned carcasses, left out to target predators, have decimated vulture populations across the continent. Without these scavengers, disease can spread unchecked, threatening not only wildlife, but also the people who share this land. In response, conservation has become a race against time. Anti-poaching patrols traverse the wilderness, risking their lives to protect rhinos and elephants from relentless hunters. Artificial waterholes are dug to sustain life through the harshest dry seasons. Scientists and conservationists monitor animal movements with GPS collars and camera traps, gathering vital data to inform strategies that might secure a future for these species. In protected sanctuaries like Etosha National Park, these efforts are making a difference. Herds gather at waterholes, thriving in landscapes where human intervention has tipped the balance back in favor of the wild. Here, the ancient rhythms of migration and survival continue, offering hope for the future. Yet the struggle is far from over. Every day, lions stand defiant against the wind, wildebeest thunder across the plains, and countless animals face adversity with unwavering resilience. Their determination is a testament to the wild spirit that has shaped Africa for millennia. Each newborn calf's tentative steps, each lioness fiercely guarding her cubs, is a living symbol of hope, a reminder that the fight for survival is never ending, and that every generation must rise to meet the challenges of its time. The future of these animals now rests in our hands. The choices we make about land, water, and how we coexist with wildlife will determine whether these ancient migrations and timeless dramas continue to unfold across the savannah. Protecting the savannah is not just a task for a few. It is a shared responsibility, demanding commitment from all who value the wild heart of Africa. Every action, no matter how small, can help preserve this extraordinary world for the generations yet to come. For as long as lions roar at sunset and herds move beneath the golden sky, the greatest show on earth endures. With vigilance, compassion, and determination, we can ensure that Africa's wild legacy lives on, untamed, unbroken, and magnificent, for all time. As the African sun sinks toward the horizon, its golden rays spill across the endless grasslands, painting the savannah in hues of amber and fire. Shadows stretch long and thin, weaving intricate patterns through the tall grasses, as if the land itself is exhaling after a day beneath the relentless sun. In this fleeting golden hour, the savannah transforms into a living tapestry. Herds of antelope and zebra become silhouettes against the glowing sky, their movements echoing the rhythms of countless generations before them. The landscape is alive with memory, woven from the lives of present-day animals and the silent echoes of those that once roamed these plains. Every ancient baobab, gnarled and towering, stands as a living monument to centuries past. The cracked earth bears the imprints of migrating elephants, their journeys etched into the soil like lines in a storybook. Cheetahs glide silently through the grass, their presence a whisper of speed and grace, while the distant calls of birds, some now vanished, linger in the air, haunting reminders of a wilder time. The legacy of Africa's wildlife is silent, yet ever-present. It endures not only in the animals we see, but in the tracks left behind, the subtle changes in the landscape and the timeless beauty of the wilderness itself. Invisible trails, carved by the relentless passage of hooves and paws, shape the movements of herds even today. Wildebeest and zebra follow ancient routes, guided by instinct and the inherited wisdom of their ancestors, their migrations a living testament to survival and adaptation. The ground trembles with the distant thunder of hooves, dust swirling in the fading light. A lion's roar pierces the dusk, its haunting call echoing across the plains, a reminder that the savannah is both ancient and ever-renewing, a place where predator and prey are bound together in an endless dance. In the winding rivers, crocodiles glide beneath the surface, their armoured backs breaking the water in silence. These ancient reptiles have survived unchanged for millennia, their presence a living link to a primordial past, where survival depended on patience and cunning. High above, a lone African fish-eagle soars, its wings outstretched against the vast sky. Its shadow sweeps over the grasslands, a silent observer of the dramas unfolding below. Predator and prey, birth and death, struggle and triumph, repeating endlessly through the ages. Each moment on the savannah is a fleeting spectacle, yet together they form chapters in a story that binds the present to the distant past. The slow-motion interactions of wildlife, the shifting herds, and the relentless march of the sun across the sky, all are part of a narrative written in the language of survival. As night falls, the savanna is cloaked in a deep, velvety darkness. Stars emerge, scattered across the sky like ancient jewels, and the silhouette of an acacia tree stands sentinel against the twilight. The day's heat gives way to a cool hush, and the future remains unwritten, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. For every species that endures, another stands at the brink. A solitary rhinoceros, a lone cheetah, a predator watching its prey in the fading light. Each is a symbol of resilience, but also of vulnerability. Their fate hangs in the balance, shaped by forces both natural and human. The strength of Africa's wildlife lies in its unity and diversity. Elephant herds shield their calves, lion prides rest together in the shade, and mothers nurture their young in the safety of the wild. Yet this resilience is matched by fragility. The echoes of each generation remind us what survives today may be lost tomorrow, unless we choose to listen, to learn, and to protect. In the hush of twilight, as the world quiets and the savanna breathes, the echoes through time remind us of a simple truth. The wild heart of Africa beats on as long as we cherish its pulse, honour its legacy, and safeguard its future for generations yet to come. As the last rays of sunlight slip beneath the horizon, the African savanna undergoes a breathtaking transformation. The golden plains, once alive with the bustle of day, now surrender to the deepening hues of twilight. Shadows stretch across the land, and a gentle hush settles over the grasslands, signalling the arrival of night's guardians. The savanna, vibrant and teeming under the sun, becomes a world ruled by subtlety and stealth. The moon rises, casting a silvery glow that dances across the swaying grasses, while the stars emerge, illuminating the vast expanse with a celestial tapestry. With the coming of darkness, a new cast of characters takes the stage. Nocturnal creatures, perfectly adapted to the challenges of the night, emerge from their hidden refuges. Their senses are sharpened, their movements deliberate, as they navigate a world where every sound and shadow could mean survival or peril. High above, a silent owl glides effortlessly between the acacia branches. Its wings, engineered for noiseless flight, slice through the cool night air. With eyes attuned to the faintest glimmer and ears sensitive to the slightest rustle, the owl scans the ground below, searching for the subtle movements of prey concealed in the undergrowth. In the tall, whispering grasses, the serval cat prowls with unmatched precision. Its slender body moves like a shadow, barely disturbing the blades as it stalks. The serval's large, sensitive ears swivel independently, capturing the faint heartbeat of a hidden rodent. With a sudden, explosive leap, it pounces, every muscle working in perfect harmony. Not far away, a porcupine ambles through the moonlit grass. Its quills, sharp and imposing, shimmer in the pale light, serving as a silent warning to any would-be predator. Each step is measured and cautious, leaving a delicate trail that weaves through the savanna's tapestry. In the distance, the haunting whoop of a hyena echoes beneath the stars, a sound both eerie and unmistakable. A family of hyenas moves with purpose through the darkness. Their senses are heightened, their movements coordinated. In this world of shadows, they rely on scent and sound to map their surroundings, communicating with subtle calls and gestures as they search for opportunity. Above ancient termite mounds, fireflies flicker and dance, their tiny lights weaving ephemeral constellations in the warm night air. These glowing insects add a touch of magic to the darkness, illuminating the hidden architecture of the savanna's underworld. Beneath the surface, the rivers come alive with their own nocturnal drama. Hippos, massive and formidable, rise from their watery sanctuaries as the world sleeps. Under the cover of darkness, they venture onto land, grazing quietly along the river banks, their immense forms silhouetted against the moonlit water. In the same waters, crocodiles glide with ghostly silence. Masters of patience, they wait motionless in the current, their eyes just above the surface, ever watchful for the slightest disturbance that might signal a meal. Night on the savanna is not a void, but a living, breathing transformation. It is a hidden symphony where every creature plays a vital role in the intricate balance of life. Across the moonlit plains, life continues in a delicate dance. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, is attuned to the rhythms of the night, contributing to the savanna's enduring harmony. Danger is ever present, but so too is opportunity. Every heartbeat, every cautious step is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of Africa's wild inhabitants. As the first hints of dawn begin to colour the sky, the shadows slowly retreat. The guardians of the night withdraw to their secret refuges, making way for the creatures of the day. The ancient cycle continues, unbroken and eternal. With the rising sun, the savanna awakens once more, bathed in the promise of a new day. In this endless rhythm, Africa's wilderness reveals its most secret wonders, wonders witnessed only by those who have the patience to watch and the wisdom to listen in the heart of the night. As the first golden rays pierce the horizon, the African savanna awakens from its slumber. The land, bathed in a soft golden glow, stretches endlessly, each blade of grass catching the light, each shadow slowly retreating as the sun climbs higher. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of damp earth and the promise of a new beginning. Dew clings to the grass, sparkling like 1,000 tiny jewels. As the mist lifts, the vast plains reveal themselves, shimmering with possibility. Every droplet reflects the sky's pastel hues, and the landscape seems to hold its breath, suspended between night and day. From hidden perches, birds emerge, their feathers ruffled by the cool morning breeze. They take to the sky in flocks, wings beating in unison, filling the air with a symphony of calls and songs. Their melodies echo across the plains, a jubilant chorus that welcomes the dawn and signals the start of another day's struggle and triumph. At the watering holes, herds of antelope gather, their breath visible in the cool air. They move cautiously, muscles tense, ears flicking at every sound. The surface of the water mirrors their graceful forms, rippling with each careful step. Here the night's chill is washed away, and the herd finds a moment of peace before the day's uncertainties unfold. Above, vultures ride the morning thermals, their wings outstretched as they spiral higher and higher. With keen eyes, they scan the land below for any sign of opportunity. Remnants of last night's hunt, or the first misstep of the day. Their silent flight is a testament to the efficiency of nature's recycling, ensuring that nothing is wasted in this intricate web of life. In the shelter of the thickets, a newborn gazelle struggles to its feet, legs trembling with the effort. Its mother stands close, nuzzling and encouraging, her eyes ever watchful for danger. Each tentative step is a victory, a fragile life beginning its journey in a world where every moment is precious. Not far away, a family of warthogs roots through the grass, snouts buried in the earth as they search for breakfast. Their tails stand upright, waving like tiny flags as they move together, alert and ready to dash for cover at the slightest hint of danger. The young piglets mimic their parents, learning the rhythms of survival from their very first days. Across the open grasslands, the delicate balance of predator and prey resumes. Lions, masters of stealth, move through the tall grass, eyes fixed on the grazing antelope in the distance. Every movement is calculated, every breath measured. The antelope, ever vigilant, graze in loose groups, their senses attuned to the slightest disturbance. Here the ancient dance of survival plays out, as it has for millennia. Scattered across the plains, termite mounds steam in the warming light, their intricate tunnels hidden beneath the surface. Within, millions of tiny architects work tirelessly, shaping the land in ways unseen but vital to the ecosystem's health. Along the riverbanks, the piercing call of a fish-eagle rings out, echoing over the water. Perched high above, the eagle surveys its domain, a solitary sentinel watching as the river stirs with life. Fish breaking the surface, hippos submerged in the shallows, and crocodiles gliding silently beneath. All across the savannah, life stirs. Elephants move in stately procession, their silhouettes framed by the rising sun. Giraffes browse on acacia leaves, their long necks reaching for the freshest shoots. The land pulses with energy, each creature playing its part in the grand tapestry of the wild. In these precious hours, the savannah is a place of renewal. New shoots push through the soil, nourished by the night's moisture. An injured animal, battered but alive, limps through the grass, a testament to the resilience that defines this wilderness. Here, every beginning is hard-won, every recovery a quiet triumph. As the sun climbs higher, the cycle continues, unbroken, eternal. The savannah's story is written anew with each dawn, a living testament to the power of adaptation, endurance, and hope. In this land of contrasts, every day is a rebirth, and every creature, great or small, is part of the unfolding drama that is life in Africa's wild. As dawn breaks, the first rays of sunlight spill across the endless savannah, igniting the horizon in hues of gold and amber. The land awakens slowly, bathed in a gentle warmth that chases away the lingering chill of night. Each blade of grass glistens with dew, shimmering like 1,000 tiny jewels beneath the rising sun. The tall grasses sway in unison, their slender forms bending gracefully to the rhythm of the morning breeze. This wind, soft yet persistent, carries with it the sense of distant rain and the faintest traces of life, predator and prey alike, woven into the fabric of the plains. Dust motes rise and swirl in the shafts of sunlight, suspended above the crisscrossing tracks left by herds on the move. Each print tells a silent story. The hurried passage of antelope, the deliberate stride of elephants, the stealthy prowl of lions. These are the signatures of survival, etched into the earth with every journey made before the heat of day. Beneath the spreading branches of an ancient acacia, a pride of lions finds refuge from the strengthening sun. Their tawny bodies are draped in the dappled shade, muscles relaxed, but senses ever alert. The slow rise and fall of their flanks mirrors the steady pulse of the land itself, a momentary peace in a world defined by tension and release. The wind threads its way through the lions' manes, ruffling fur and stirring the leaves overhead. It gathers the scents of the pride, the acacia's sweet blossoms, and the distant aroma of migrating herds, blending them into a tapestry of invisible signals that only the wild can decipher. Far across the plain, a procession of elephants moves with quiet determination. Their massive forms glide through the tall grass, each step cushioned by the soft, yielding earth. The matriarch leads, her memory guiding the herd along ancient routes to water and safety. Calves, dwarfed by their elders, follow closely, their trunks exploring the world with innocent curiosity. The matriarch's every movement is deliberate, her wisdom earned through seasons of drought and abundance, of loss and renewal. She is the keeper of the herd's legacy, her path shaped by generations that came before. Overhead, clouds gather and drift, their shadows racing across the grasslands in a silent ballet. The sky is a living canvas, ever-changing, its moods reflected in the shifting light below. For those who dwell here, the movement of clouds is more than spectacle. It is a signal, a promise, sometimes a warning. The wind, constant and restless, whispers through the grass. It carries the distant rumble of thunder, the calls of unseen birds, and the faint rustle of creatures hidden from view. It is the messenger of change, announcing the arrival of storms or the approach of predators. Across the horizon, herds of wildebeest and zebra move in single file, their migration a timeless ritual. Each step is driven by instinct, by the promise of greener pastures and the memory of perilous crossings. The journey is fraught with danger, but it's also a testament to endurance and unity. Beneath the vast African sky, life converges. Antelope graze alongside warthogs, giraffes browse the treetops, and flocks of birds wheel overhead. Each species is a thread in the intricate web of the savanna, their fates intertwined by the cycles of season and survival. Every creature is attuned to the subtlest changes, the shift of the wind, the distant crack of a branch, the sudden hush that signals danger. An alert gazelle freezes, ears pricked, reading the language of the land with practiced precision. Even the smallest inhabitants, mice, lizards and birds, respond to the wind's cues. A sudden gust sends a flock of quelea into the air, their wings flashing in the sunlight as they rise in a coordinated wave, evading unseen threats. As the sun climbs to its zenith, the savanna slows. Heat shimmers above the ground, and animals seek shade or stand motionless, conserving energy. Yet the wind persists, threading its way through the stillness, a constant companion in the midday hush. It is the unseen narrator of this wild domain, connecting predator and prey, plant and animal, past and present. Each gust carries stories of hunts and escapes, of births and losses, of the eternal struggle for survival. As evening falls and the sky is painted in shades of crimson and violet, the wind's song endures. It is a chorus that echoes through the ages, binding all who dwell here in the shared story of the savanna, a story written in the earth, the sky, and every whisper carried by the wind. As the sun dips below the horizon, the African savanna is bathed in a final golden glow. The air is thick with the warmth of the day, but already a gentle breeze carries the promise of night. The sky shifts from gold to deep indigo, painting the land in a tapestry of fading light and lengthening shadows. Under the ancient silhouettes of acacia and baobab, shadows stretch long and thin, merging with the tall grasses. The landscape softens, every contour and hollow now cloaked in the subtle mystery of twilight. In this fleeting hour, a hush falls, a silent understanding that echoes through generations. Grazers, herds of antelope, wildebeest and zebra gather in loose formations, their bodies angled to catch the last warmth of the sun. They graze with measured caution, every muscle attuned to the shifting wind, every ear flicking at the faintest sound. In the tall grass, ears stand erect, alert, vigilant. The grazers sense the shift, for beyond the veil of dusk the predators stir. Lions and leopards emerge from their daytime slumber, their eyes catching the last glimmers of daylight, glowing like embers in the half-light. Yet, for a brief moment, neither predator nor prey moves. The savanna holds its breath, suspended in a delicate balance. Above, the first stars pierce the deepening blue, twinkling through breaks in the cloud cover. Insects rise from the grasses, their wings catching the last rays as they begin their nightly chorus. A symphony of chirps and buzzes, rising and falling like distant drums across the plains. Bats emerge, swooping low and weaving through the cooling air, their flight a silent ballet as they hunt for insects invisible to the eye. The savanna is neither fully awake nor truly at rest, caught in a liminal space where every heartbeat, every breath is a testament to survival. Across the open plain, animals of every kind share this moment. Elephants rumble softly as they guide their young, giraffes move with slow grace, and smaller creatures scurry for shelter. Each species, great and small, plays its part in a fragile choreography, bound together by the rhythms of the land. In this rare interval, predator and prey coexist in a fragile peace. The savanna, vast and ancient, remembers its silent pact, a truce born not of mercy, but of necessity. For as long as the cycle endures, this fleeting peace stands as a testament to the resilience and harmony of the wild. But as the darkness deepens, the pact dissolves. The lions begin to stalk, muscles rippling beneath the tawny coats. Antelope tense, ready to flee at the first sign of danger. The chase resumes, and the ancient struggle for survival returns to the fore. Yet for this brief, magical moment, the savanna rests, united by the quiet promise that life will continue, carried forward by the unbroken rhythm of the land. Under the watchful gaze of the stars, the wild endures, its silent pact renewed with every setting sun.
Gap 1s. Night has now claimed the savanna. The last hues of twilight fade, replaced by a velvet darkness that stretches horizon to horizon. Under this endless night sky, the true rulers of the dark emerge, creatures both seen and unseen, their movements marked by patience and purpose. Infrared eyes scan the plains. A hyena clan, emboldened by the cover of night, moves with silent precision, their forms ghost-like among the moonlit grasses. In the distance, a lone leopard ascends a low-lying branch, melting into the shadows, every muscle coiled for the chance of a solitary hunt. Above, the southern sky dazzles, constellations sharp and bright. The Milky Way spills across the heavens, mirrored faintly in the glinting eyes of nocturnal hunters and the restless gaze of their prey. The land below is alive with secret exchanges, a rustle in the undergrowth, the fleeting silhouette of a serval, the delicate flutter of nightjars skimming just above the earth. For the grazers, the darkness is a test of endurance. Antelope cluster tight, their senses stretched to the limit. Every snap of a twig, every whisper of wind carries the potential of danger. Yet there is a rhythm to the night, a pulse that guides each heartbeat, each cautious step. In the cool air, elephants drift toward distant waterholes, their outlines monumental against the starlit plains. Frogs begin their midnight chorus.
their calls weaving a tapestry of sound that blankets the land. Even the insects shift, their songs transforming with the falling temperature, signalling an unseen change in the night's procession. As hours pass, the savanna breathes in slow, measured cycles. Life here is not defined by daylight alone, but by the ceaseless interplay of darkness and starlight, fear and fortitude. The boundaries between hunter and hunted blur, each creature adapting, evolving, surviving. Here, beneath the silent gaze of the cosmos, the ancient dance continues. Every life is a thread in the vast, living tapestry of the wild, woven together by instinct, resilience, and the quiet guidance of the stars above. The night endures, and with it the promise of another dawn.
Gap 1s. A faint silver line splits the horizon, the earliest hint of dawn. The deep indigo of night softens, yielding to the delicate intrusion of morning. Shadows retreat, dissolving into the tall grasses as the savanna stirs from its nocturnal vigil. The air, cool and laden with dew, carries the scent of renewal. In the half-light, the world is transformed. Herds of wildebeest begin to rise, their silhouettes etched against the growing glow. Tiny droplets cling to their coats, sparkling as the first rays breach the darkness. Birds, long silent, now break into tentative song. First a lone robin chat, then a swelling chorus, each note a declaration of survival. Predators slip away, their night's work complete. The leopard, belly full, descends from its perch, vanishing into the undergrowth. Hyenas regroup, their laughter fading as they seek the safety of hidden dens. For every creature, the coming day is both a respite and a challenge, a new cycle, a fresh beginning. As the sun crests the horizon, golden light floods the plains, igniting the grasses in a blaze of colour. Elephants gather at shimmering waterholes, their trunks raising clouds of mist that catch the morning sun. Giraffes move in stately procession, casting long shadows that stretch and fade with the rise in light. Above, the sky shifts from lavender to blue, the last stars winking out in surrender. The savanna breathes deep, alive with possibility. For a brief, transcendent moment, the wild is at peace, its ancient rhythms undisturbed, its fragile balance restored. This is the promise of first light, each dawn a testament to resilience, to adaptation, to the enduring spirit of life. And as the day unfolds, the cycle continues, an eternal dance beneath the vast, watchful sky. As the sun climbs higher, a subtle transformation ripples through the savanna, one not always witnessed, but always present. Beneath the golden grasses and scattered acacias, the land itself awakens. Roots stretch and entwine in the cool earth, drawing life from distant rains stored deep below. Invisible threads connect every living thing, the silent drift of pollen on the breeze, the hum of unseen insects weaving through the undergrowth, the minute vibrations of termite colonies building hidden fortresses beneath the soil. Above ground, the pace quickens. Zebras, their stripes shimmering in the morning light, nuzzle their young, alert to the faintest tremor of danger. Tiny antelope, barely taller than the grass itself, dart from shadow to shadow, their ears flicking at the buzz of dragonflies. A family of warthogs snuffles through the mud, upending clumps of earth in search of hidden roots and bulbs. Each movement, each breath, is part of a larger rhythm, an unseen pulse that sustains the world. From the canopy overhead, a battler eagle wheels silently, its sharp eyes scanning for the smallest sign of life.
Far below, dung beetles roll their precious cargo with tireless determination, recycling nutrients to nourish the next generation of grass. Even the tiniest organisms, bacteria and fungi, work unseen, breaking down yesterday's remains to feed tomorrow's growth. The savanna is more than what the eye can see. Its true vitality lies in these hidden connections, the ceaseless flow of energy from sun to grass, from grazer to predator, from life to death, and back again. As the heat of the day gathers, the wild pulses with purpose, a living tapestry woven by countless threads, each essential, each irreplaceable. In this intricate web, every creature, every moment, every heartbeat matters. This is the unseen pulse of the wild, a silent force that endures, adapting, evolving, and binding all life together beneath the endless African sky. As dusk settles over the savanna, the golden light softens, casting elongated shadows that stretch across the land. The heat of the day recedes, replaced by a gentle cooling breeze that stirs the grasses and carries the scents of earth and life. It is a time of transition, when the day's energy is not lost but transformed. In the fading light, herds gather near ancient waterholes, their silhouettes reflected in the still surface. Elephants arrive in quiet procession, matriarchs leading calves to drink, their trunks curling and splashing in the shallows. Nearby, wildebeest jostle for space, their low calls blending into a chorus of anticipation and relief. Each sip, each ripple, is a testament to survival, a moment in the unbroken chain of existence. Beneath the water, amphibians stir, emerging from their burrows to greet the cool night. Frogs sing their ancient songs, their voices rising in waves that echo across the plains. Insects, drawn by the twilight, begin their nightly dance, filling the air with a symphony of clicks and whirs, a living soundtrack that marks the turning of the day. Predators, too, sense the shift. Lions stretch and yawn in the tall grass, their golden eyes fixed on distant shapes. Hyenas call to one another, their laughter piercing the dusk as they prepare for the night search. Yet for every hunter there is a watchful gaze, antelope alert and poised, ready to flee at the slightest hint of danger. Above, the first stars emerge, pinpricks of light scattered across a deepening sky. The savanna breathes in unison, every creature attuned to the cycle that has endured for millennia. Life here is not a straight line, but a circle, an endless renewal where each ending is a beginning, and every moment is woven into the fabric of the wild. As darkness descends, the unseen pulse continues, steady, resilient and eternal. The circle is renewed, promising that with every dawn the story of the savanna will begin again. As midnight unfolds, the savanna drifts into a realm where perception blurs, a world painted in silver and shadow. Moonlight spills across the grasslands, transforming each blade and branch into luminous threads, connecting earth and sky in a delicate tapestry. The nocturnal symphony deepens. Owls glide in silent arcs, their eyes reflecting ancient wisdom as they scan for movement below. Tiny bush babies leap between acacia branches, their lantern-like eyes wide with curiosity and caution. Beneath the moon's cool gaze, a new cast of life emerges. Aardvarks shuffle methodically, their claws sifting through soil in search of hidden termites. Jennets slip through undergrowth, their spotted coats blending seamlessly into the shifting patterns of light and dark. Even the smallest creatures play their part, dung beetles rolling silent spheres across the sand, guided by starlight on their nightly quest. Here, the boundaries between predator and prey, day and night, seem to dissolve. Shadows become both refuge and danger, masking the movements of a prowling leopard as well as the retreat of a nervous hare. Every heartbeat, every breath is amplified in this hush world, where survival depends on senses sharpened by countless generations. Above, constellations wheel slowly across the heavens, tracing stories older than memory. The savanna, bathed in silver, pulses with unseen life, each moment a fleeting bridge between darkness and dawn. In this suspended hour, the veil between worlds is thinnest, and the wild reveals its most secret face. As the first hints of morning colour the horizon, the nocturnal chorus fades, retreating into burrows and thickets. The savanna stands poised, silent, expectant, awaiting the promise of another day, where the eternal dance continues, hidden and revealed beneath the ever-watchful sky.